three and a two and a one, two,
Welcome to the
three,
what?
one. I counted backwards, and that just
All
sounded
right.
strange to me.
Let's
Ugh.
start again. Go ahead and count us down, Miles.
A one and a two and a three.
You still started
Hold
with
on.
three. Anyway, welcome to the Pull My Leg retrospective. This show is dedicated to reliving our favorite and least favorite moments from our first season.
I
And
wonder
we've
which category is going to be
I think it's
greater.
going to be a lot of the least favorite, probably. We've had moments of joy on this show, and we've had some moments of wonder and a lot of confusion. Even some moments of sheer terror, right? It's been a
Uh,
whirlwind. So,
hmm.
this show is going to really relive some of those culturally relevant and significant moments from our first
Right.
season. Moments, Miles, perhaps you'll remember like this one.
Now, Maurice, am I supposed to hold the animal by the tail, or am I
No, no,
supposed
no,
to
no,
hold
no!
him?
Never by the tail.
Oh my
That only
God!
brings on aggression.
Miles, oh my God, are you okay?
Where's the tranquilizer? We need an ambulance.
Oh, that's a lot of blood. I'm feeling.
Mark, Miles, what have I done? What have I done?
Whew, that was from episode 37, when zookeeper Maurice DuPont educated us about what happens when you deprive alligators of food for 10
I
days.
just want to know, like, when is it supposed to be funny?
That's not. I mean, that was, first of all, rest in peace, Maurice. That was a hard show. I
Poor
mean, that
Maurice.
alligator really got into you. And you're still recovering, aren't you?
Right.
So, Miles, let's have a little fun and revisit our favorites from the first
Love
season
it.
of Pull My Leg. Before we start this retrospective, Miles, let's remind people that they can find us online. We aren't just voices through your radio box in your automobile, right? We're on
No,
YouTube.
that's right.
And so please find us, follow us, share with your friends,
Yeah.
subscribe, comment, do all of that stuff that you've been told to do now for years. But this time with us, I think you really need to do it for the benefit of humanity.
And I want to encourage everybody to listen and subscribe because there is actually no limit to how many subscribers we can have. My
Yeah, for a
understanding
while I
is
thought,
that it
yeah.
actually benefits to have more subscribers than, the seven that we have right now.
Yeah, see, I thought YouTube capped it at 10, but I was wrong. You can go
Right.
more than that. And
Right.
if you think listening is fun, you should watch us. I mean, it takes
Right.
on a whole new level. Sort of like when silent movies became talkies. That's what it's like when you elevate your pull my leg game. It just
I'm worried
advances
that this
leaps
will
and
be a
bounds.
walkie. People will listen and they'll just walk
It's
away.
definitely a walkie. So no guests today, but we have memories. We've
Yeah.
compiled a few of our favorites from season one.
Right.
I know I have, and Miles, you've done the same, right?
Oh, absolutely
I haven't seen
100%.
your list because it doesn't
No.
exist. You haven't seen my list,
No.
but let's just find out what really
I'm
stuck out for
assuming
each of
that
us.
many of them are the same memories.
I hope so.
Many of my favorites may be your favorites that you're talking about.
I see what you're doing here. You're
Yeah,
basically just having me relive my favorites, and then you're just gonna piggyback on that.
which is what I like to do. Right.
All right.
One of my favorites is when we get to do a lot of these types of activities. We're just the two of us.
Yeah.
Our guests are amazing and brilliant in their respective fields. But talking to my bestie is always a lot of fun.
Yes, it
That's
is.
one of my favorite memories.
So, what do you think our impact has been on podcasting? Like when you reflect upon the role that we played in this
Well,
medium?
I think the introduction that, the fact that we invented both podcast, which is
Mhm.
talking,
Mhm.
with and pairing it with video, I think is a major contribution to the industry.
Yeah, I feel
I
like
don't
there
think
are a
it's
lot of
ever been done
copycats now,
before.
though. Yeah,
Mm.
it had. We were the first. 2025 marks the first time that happened, and there've been just so many copycats, right?
And I like the fact that we are uncovering a lot of incredibly important
Hmm.
questions
Yeah,
and ideas that people have, but we're too embarrassed and afraid to ask.
yeah,
I love the fact that we are getting down to the bottom of these things. I
yeah.
love the fact that we told people that we were going to try to incorporate comedy in this, and we have not at
We've
all.
not. Maybe season two will do that, but yeah, I mean, some of these topics they're not joking matters.
No, they're serious.
Yeah, so it's hard to make fun of them.
The episode where we talked about how many times a person can be struck by lightning and
Mhm.
survive.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Our
oh,
guest
so
couldn't show
touching.
up that day, unfortunately, because he was hit by a bus.
Right,
Weirdly.
right.
So, how have you grown as an artist?
Well, maybe like 2 inches.
Hmm.
I think that, growing as an artist is tough because there's a lot of sitting. And
Yeah.
what I've tried to do is hang from a bar. And so I'm proud to say, Mark, that as an artist, I've grown by 2 inches.
So you've been able to stretch yourself out.
Yeah, growing.
I didn't necessarily mean that literally. Like I think you're thinking like growth, like from child to adult, you grow.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
I meant like
oh.
mentally, spiritually,
Oh, no, I
however
get
you
you.
grow.
I get you.
Yeah.
That makes way more sense now.
Hmm.
Um, I think just like in the fact that I'm more open-minded in accepting other ideas and opinions has made kind of added to my creativity level, which
Yeah.
was always, I would say, from on a scale of 1 to 10, was at best a 1.5.
Hmm.
And now, aside from those 2 inches, I would say I'm a 3 in
Yeah.
terms of creativity and artistry.
I've grown a lot in my coloring skills because I've never
Mm.
been good at coloring inside the lines. But when our guests are talking, I get so bored. It's given me that extra time to just practice my
Oh,
coloring on the side.
right.
So
Which
that's
which kind of gets into the second part of
mhm.
how is your memory done? I mean, we have to kind of reflect a lot
Yeah.
and bring up a lot of kind of past episodes and remind people and remind ourselves, quite frankly,
Yeah.
that which leads us to today's sponsor. So this episode of Pull My Leg is brought to you by Pocket Pal Pro, the world's first pocket organizer designed specifically to help you remember life's completely unimportant dates. Never forget things like the day you almost canceled your dentist appointment, the anniversary of that one email you never sent, or the exact moment you realized you should have left the party earlier. Pocket Pal Pro helps you track birthdays you don't care about, meetings you should have been emailed about, the last time you said, we should definitely get together again and do this, but absolutely never meant to do so. Slim enough to fit in your pocket, awkward enough to pull out in public. Pocket Pal Pro, because if you're going to forget what matters, you might as well remember that what doesn't. Back to you, Mark.
I've been using Pocket Pal Pro for a while now. It's very helpful, right? I mean, when my son says, "You missed my birthday," I'll say, "Oh, that's an important date."
That's an important
You
date.
know,
Right.
I've got
I like
something
that.
that
I like
tracks
the
the other
fact
ones.
that like when people say, "Hey, we should really get together," and no intention.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. I'll write that down
Write
on
it
my
down,
Pocket
pocket
Pro
pop. Yeah.
Plus. Yeah, yeah. So, what are some absurd predictions that you have for next season? What are things that you can, it'll be kind of crazy, but you feel might happen? Like, I feel like we'll have less live animals in studio. That,
I was about to say that.
yeah,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
That did not work out well for us.
Right. I want to go back to catering because it's really important.
Hmm.
I think we should pay those people more.
Pay those people or just
Pay
pay them
the,
more because they haven't been showing up lately.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I think we should pay them more. I would like another big time celebrity. We got Brad Pitt. The other Brad Pitt came on the show, and that was a big deal. I
God,
would
I
love to see
remember
that.
that like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
What a handsome young man.
Hmm. I would like to see one of us finally learn how to teleport because then we could do the shows from anywhere, right?
Right.
That'd be
Right.
really cool. I think there's a future in that teleporting.
Right.
So then we do a lot of remote broadcasts.
Time travel? You once
Time.
asked who I'd want to, what celebrity or famous person I'd want to have lunch with.
Hmm.
And I think I just said you. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, which was nice.
Doesn't require a lot of time travel, but
No,
maybe
it
you want
doesn't.
to have lunch
But
with the
but maybe
16-year-old me. What would that be like?
parachute pants, Mark. That
Hmm.
would be great. New age, Mark.
Hmm.
Awesome. Spiky hair,
Right.
Mark.
Spinning the Space Age love song. Is that what it's called by Flock of Seagulls?
Oh my God, love that song. Who
I think that's what
doesn't?
it's called.
Yeah.
And also, my bold prediction. This is, and I've been thinking a lot about this, and I've got some feelers out there. A Brady Bunch reunion in our
Oh,
studio.
right.
Everybody, Tiger is going to be there. The idol from the Hawaiian Islands is going to be there.
Oh God, yeah.
You know, a lot of that stuff. That'll be good. So there were some episodes that we recorded
Yeah.
that never aired. Right. And so So I just thought I would share with the audience some of those that they didn't get to listen to for whatever reason. Like
Okay.
with me, the one that stands out is that Betty White episode that we did. And we brought Betty into the studio to talk about her acting career and Mary Tyler Moore and Golden Girls, of course. But we recorded that episode last year, October of
Right.
2025. But I did some research. She actually passed away in late 2021. So to this day, we have no idea who we were talking to. We thought
Rest
it
in
was
peace,
Betty White.
Betty White. Yeah.
So we thought that we just shouldn't air that episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any favorite episodes that didn't air that stand out to you?
Well, yeah, when we interviewed the full cast of the Flintstones, thought that was great. Barney was hilarious.
Party is the funny one.
Fred,
Yeah.
Bam Bam,
Yeah.
destroyed our set.
I had no idea how uptight Fred was,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, it was
And-
caveman days, and those were stressful.
What surprised me was, Betty is definitely the hotter one.
She's a Betty.
Yeah. But her feet were so calloused and it was gross.
Right.
I mean, shoes hadn't been invented for them yet. Then there was also the Mr. Midkiff episode. So Mr. Midkiff is my first grade teacher, was, not is, but was. He's in his late 80s now. And so we just wanted to talk about the changes that are going on in education. But then we thought it would be fun if he jumped on the Sibian and took it for a ride. And let's just say it was a little too much. And
Right.
we got uncomfortable because it was so joyful for him. So we could not air that.
I
in good conscience.
do, right. And I do remember that. Hang on, Mark.
Yeah.
Sorry to have to do this. This episode is brought to you again by Pocket Pal Pro. It's a pocket organizer. It helps you remember things like the anniversary of the time you waved back to someone who wasn't actually waving back to you. Okay, anyway, back to you, Mark.
That happens all the time.
I know. I need to remember that.
They're double dipping. Are they paying double?
Yeah,
This
they are.
advertiser
They are. We got to pay for catering, since that stopped. I'm starving.
upping our game. So, what about some of the guests that ghosted us? Like,
Right,
did
Barack
did-
Obama. I
Yeah.
still, I'll never forgive that guy.
It's weird. You'd think he'd be so accessible,
Right.
but he's not.
What's he doing now?
Right. Byron Stagel. When I wanted to have him on the show, he's the plumber to the stars.
Oh, yeah.
Never texted me back.
Byron.
Grace. I remember Grace. I can't remember her last name. We'll just say Parnell. No one's going to fact check this, but she is an expert on foods that you should not eat when you're fasting.
Right.
And we invited her back on the show to talk with her more about recipes that she had. And every time she's like, no, thanks, I'm full.
Right.
So we never got a hold of
Reggie
her.
Jackson, Mr. October from the 1976 New York Yankees. I was convinced he was coming on the show.
Yeah.
'Cause I
Why
had-
did he ever get back to you, or were you just completely ghosted? No excuses
No, he
were
never
made?
got back to it. In fact, I never actually made the call. I had
Yeah.
a dream and thought that God was talking to me.
And the thing that God said was, reach out
Hey,
to Reggie Jackson.
Reggie Jackson's coming on the show. Pull my leg.
God works in mysterious ways.
Actually, God actually said, not pull my leg, but pull my finger. And I just assumed that there was some confusion. God doesn't know everything.
No.
No.
No, there's so many languages going around in God's head that sometimes he gets expressions mixed up.
Quick interruption, Mark.
Yeah?
This segment is sponsored by Pocket Pal Pro. It's an organizer. It's made of material, possibly leather or leather adjacent. Pocket Pal Pro helps you track unimportant dates. Like when your coworker said, let's grab lunch sometime, or the last time your smoke detector chirped. Does that happen to you, Mark? Well,
Yes.
now you won't forget and change that battery. Pocket Pal Pro comes in 3 colors, none of them confident. Back to you, Mark. Oh, gosh.
So I
Thank you,
just want to
Pocket
get this
Pro.
clear. I just want to make sure I understand with the Pocket Pro folks. It is available in leather, but I'm
Like.
supposed to. Leather like. Okay.
Yeah.
So you remember Dr. Alonzo Monclair, our first
Yes,
guest?
of
right?
course.
The expert on
Cheese.
Swiss cheese.
Swiss cheese, yeah.
I asked him out for coffee because I had so much fun getting to know him and
Yeah.
his work history.
Yeah.
And it was always like, got a meeting, can't make it. All right.
Too many
so
holes in the schedule. Yeah.
Too many holes in his stories and his schedule. Yes. He's like, I got a court appearance, delivering a baby. I mean, he's not a doctor. What a jerk. I gave up on him. There were times when I was embarrassed because I mispronounced words on the
Yeah,
show. The big one, of course, is, I love watching court dramas on television.
right.
And I always thought the word indicted was pronounced indicted. And I kept saying, oh, what was he indicted for? Because that's how it's spelled. And then you had to correct me. That was embarrassing.
I thought it was indicated. What was he indicated for?
Yeah. See, both of us don't
Yeah.
know anything. So were there some words that you pronounced incorrectly that you're embarrassed about?
Yes, absolutely. Oh God, this one is always a challenge for me. Plethora. So I would always say plethora.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes I'd throw in a plethorosaurus, like it was a dinosaur.
Oh, yeah. Right.
What is going on?
Right.
Right.
I
I
remember
wish
what.
I wish I could remember some of these words, which Mark, sorry. Before we continue, this
Course.
episode is brought to you by Pocket Pal Pro. Here's a real review from a real customer. We'll call him Steve. I didn't need this, but now I own it. Thanks, Steve, Pocket Pal Pro, because you're already late, but now you'll know why.
It's a good quote by Steve.
Steve was paid handsomely with a plethora of cash.
That's right. Do you remember when Bruce Hornsby came on the show? And
Do I?
Because he's a pianist, but I kept pronouncing that word incorrectly.
Yes.
That was the shortest interview ever.
He left that show for the range.
Like, how long have you been a
Didn't
pianist? But I said it incorrectly. So, the most touching moment. We've had a lot of nice connections with people.
he? Yeah.
Can I share mine first? Or you can share yours first if you
No,
want
please
to.
go ahead. Go ahead. I didn't even hear the question.
Oh, Petunia Holloway.
Oh gosh, yes, yes.
She was our guest about the sinister side of
Oh,
lullabies,
I was
right?
scared. I still can't sleep.
She's a frightening creature. But she wrote an original song for you, about you. And I remember after the episode, you were just so moved
Yeah.
to tears, especially
Yeah.
by the chorus. There was something about the words in the chorus. And you said, this is a song I'll never forget, as you wiped a soul tear from your
Well,
left eye.
in my defense, I am a nervous crier, and also an awkward situation crier. So anytime either of those two happen, I get nervous. I'll start crying.
Yeah. You're a total softie for sure. But
Right.
and you don't have to sing the song for us, but can you just refresh our memory as to what those lyrics were for you and why they were so meaningful?
Well, it sounded really much like it. I think it was just like the Divinal song. I touch myself. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, Mark, sorry to do this.
Oh, crap. Go
This
ahead.
this
Let's hear from
awkward
him.
this awkward moment is sponsored by Pocket Pal. Back to you, Mark.
Wow. Miles,
That one was a freebie from Pocket Pal.
that was a freebie. Listeners, do you ever feel sluggish during the day? Maybe your mouth goes dry and you realize that you haven't urinated all day because you just haven't thought about it and it's already dinner time. Well, sounds like you're dehydrated. And the fix? Water. Just a tall glass of water, not milk or juice or your favorite cocktail. Just pour yourself a glass of water and do it quickly because it sounds like you're getting ready to pass out. Our bodies are made up of 90% water, 3% peanut butter, and 7% bamboo. You need water. And sure, it's bland and you can see through it and it has no smell, but you need it to survive. But Mark, where can I find this water you speak of? The answer? Everywhere. Turn on the faucet, put a glass under the water, catch it as it pours out, then bring the glass to your lips, tilt the glass slowly, lean your head back ever so slightly, and drink it down. But I don't like the taste of water. You know what? Tough shit. You need it to survive. It's simple. Drink water, be healthy. My God, it's not that hard. You don't need that other crap. You just need the stuff that comes from the tap. Now, Miles, back to you in the show.
Wow, that's I think the first time we've ever had a sponsor curse before.
Well, it's an important message.
Water is is I think people mistrust water because of its transparency, and it should be the absolute opposite.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that water is so readily available, we take it for granted. I mean, for example, I wake up every morning after a big long sleep and I make water myself.
Hmm. Right.
It's like the cavemen invented it.
That's right.
That and making fire, making
Hmm.
water and making fire. Thank you, cavemen, wherever you
That's.
are.
I wish sometimes our body could make fire instead of water, but
I
that's the way we're
oftentimes
designed.
make water multiple times while I'm sleeping.
Hmm.
I don't even get out of bed anymore.
So, Miles, what are some of the most shocking revelations that happened during
Oh
our
gosh,
first season of Pull My Leg?
Mark, I love when you go first on these
Oh, you do?
because frankly, it gives me time to think about what I want to say.
Okay. Well, I remember we had a pet psychiatrist on,
Oh my,
Melba Forrester,
yes.
and she went off the rails. I think she had been drinking a little too much, and she was talking about her inappropriate relationships that she had with a cockatiel parrot.
Yeah,
It
and a
was
chihuahua.
and a chihuahua, but it was only for like 2 months, so no harm, no foul, right? So we just sort of let it go by. I thought that was
How did that
shocking.
work? Yeah.
I thought I thought it was shocking when Dr. Edward Van Hoosen,
Yeah.
chief of surgery at John Hopkins, not
Yeah.
Johns Hopkins, but John Hopkins, he revealed that in middle school, he didn't like his history teacher. I thought, whoa,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's a big
Whoa.
deal.
Whoa.
Yeah. What about you? Any shocking revelations?
Spirinella Jackson, when she came on to talk about the difference between um, rainbows and flowers.
Right.
There's a connection. Both
Yeah.
have lots of colors,
Hmm.
but the fact that one actually grows and the other is just something like magically appears because elves have manufactured them,
Hmm.
and
That's a big
fairies.
difference.
Yeah, and so I think that was one of the strangest conversations I felt we ever had.
Yeah. What was her
Was
name
that
again?
was that the gross? Yeah.
That's all right.
Oh,
Miles,
where's my pocket pal right now? Oh, Spirinella Johnson.
yeah. I remember you revealed on an episode something very personal
Mhm.
that you have, first of all, you have no taste, you have
In
no
clothing,
smell.
and no
Yeah, that's right. Or
smell,
style. Yeah.
and I can't smell passing gas, my own or anybody
Right.
else's.
Right. That's kind of a blessing, I would think.
That's a superpower.
Makes air travel easier.
Yeah, more so
So
than a
we,
blessing, it's a superpower.
yeah, we get a lot of letters from fans.
Mm,
Sometimes they send questions and we read those, but we're not going to
right.
answer any questions today. But I just have a couple of fan letters that I want to read that people have just sent in. Right. So this comes from Dale in Houston. He said, "Dear podcast hosts, I've listened to every single one of your 597 episodes, which is impressive since you've only made 15." And then he goes on to say, "Time travel is exhausting, but worth it." So time travel is possible. Your biggest fan in 3027. That's from Dale.
Nice,
Yeah. Yeah.
nice.
This is
Rest in peace,
another,
Dale.
yeah. No, this is another fan letter from Cyprus in Carmel, California.
Okay.
Hi, longtime listener, first time complainer. Could you please stop eating chips directly into the microphone? My dog thinks it's a signal to attack the mailman. They must have us confused with another podcast. We have a strict no eating on camera policy.
Right, right,
So
right.
sometimes we get fan mail for other
Sometimes people
shows.
accuse us of having a strict no humor policy
Right.
too.
We're doing
So
really well on that one.
right, right.
Any fan letters on your end that you want to share?
Oh gosh, Mark, yes. Phyllis from Philadelphia. She writes, "Dear Mark, you're such a slave to fashion.
Oh, I can't imagine.
Parting my hair down the middle, and then wearing a headband. Is that still considered a good look?" And we don't need to answer that, but
Yeah.
Mark, if you please.
And we won't.
Okay.
We won't answer that. Part of my fashion sense is the fact that I don't tell people what I'm going to do. I'm not going to make any suggestions. I just do it because I want to lead the trend as opposed to just being a
Clearly, you
part of
don't
it.
tell your closet what you're going to
That's true. My
wear
closet
either. I
knows
mean,
nothing. That's right.
it's horrified too. It's mortified.
Yeah, this fan letter really struck a chord with me. It comes from Roscoe in Tunstall, Louisiana. Dear Mark and Miles, your show is what it reads.
I
Your
think that's the
show.
first time you've ever done that, Mark, and I've done that Maybe
Silly
every
me.
other sentence. Yeah.
Where's my Pocket Pro Plus? I got to write that one down. Dear Mark and Miles, your show changed my
Oh, Mark,
life.
I hate to do this right now. I'm kidding. Kidding.
Oh,
I'm
we're
kidding.
done with the sponsors.
Yes, right.
Your show changed my life.
Ah.
Before I found it, I was sad, lonely, and eating cold SpaghettiOs. Now I'm lonely, sad, and eating hot SpaghettiOs. Progress!
Right.
Exclamation point. I love
This
that Roscoe was
show-
able to find his microwave.
Right. This show has changed numerous people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
It's ruined many more, but
we
changing
had a list.
for the good.
Yeah.
Right. Honestly, this show has changed my life for the good as well. It gives me a reason to wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
On Saturdays when I could be sleeping and enjoying
The benefits
an
of
opportunity
rest.
to rest, right? Drinking water, making water. But I get to expend some time with my bestie, and I really enjoy this. So this has been a real pleasure, and I look forward to a next season where we will continue to make each other ponder, laugh, giggle like schoolgirls,
Big
and
things planned for season 2.
yeah.
Yes, I feel like the luckiest man alive, Miles. Thank you very much. It has nothing to do with you, but other things going on in my life. that
Did
make
you
me
find
feel
a
lucky.
Did you find a penny in your pocket or something?
I did. Find a penny. Good luck.
Oh.
Are you gonna? By the way, are you gonna hold on to any pennies? Do you think that they'll be
Oh,
worth
God.
anything in 50 years or no?
I'm just hoping they'll be worth a penny.
Yeah, you know what? They're not gonna be worth anything. Somehow,
No.
I'm gonna show up to some coin dealer in 50 years and say, "Here's 100 pennies," and they'll say, "I'll give you a nickel for it."
Is there going to be a copper rush? There's not even copper in pennies anymore.
No,
Like there's a
there's
gold rush. There's certainly a silver rush.
Copper rush.
Right.
So, anyway, thank you to Pocket Pro Plus. Thank you to all of the other wonderful sponsors. I mean, we need their money to keep the show going. So thank you. And Miles, I guess I'll just end season 1 with this. Remember, success is 10% inspiration and 90% not forgetting your password. That's success. That was not a good one, was it?
No, I thought it was great. I thought it was inspiring.
See you in season 2.